What is quality, what is regulatory is a way of life you make. There is nothing special one need to do to bring quality into product, to bring quality into the system. You think that you are doing first time, you are doing correctly and the best of your ability. Don't expect quality person to give you 0483 results. It's not in his hand. He is dependent on so many people. But that type of expectation to be perfect every time on yourself is not appropriate.
Correct.
Big pharmaceutical company should have like adopting techniques for packaging industry, for starting key material developing, resource management and all. And then as a team, if they can do the hand holding, technical aspect or transport aspect or logistic aspects, that will really help to grow as a big company. जिस चीज से आपको डर लगता है वो खुद करो. हर बार expecting me to be free for you is not possible. You live your life independently. You should struggle. You should learn everything what a guy can do. And same thing I learn. Give the opportunity to your team. They will not fail. Trust them. Trust them beyond their capability. And they will give you the result. To be a global leader, make yourself available for the people.
So welcome to Pharma now. So today we have Dr. Pradnya Deshmukh, ex-president of Wockhardt for quality. So welcome to the Pharma now, madam.
Hello.
I think before this interview we get to know you about your journey, and I think I heard your talk also. It's really wonderful, right? And I'm really amazed to see the journey of yours, being a BSc candidate in chemistry and to the level of a president of a global company, right? So this is really wonderful. So in today's talk, really wanted to discover how you basically achieved this. But also before that, I wanted to go back and I wanted to really understand your role, because when it's for a general public, when it comes to the API, quality, compliance, it looks like a big word. So I really first wanted to understand what this quality is all about, what this regulation is all about.
To me, it's a question, what is quality, what is regulatory, is a way of life you make.
Okay.
There is nothing special one need to do to bring quality into product, to bring quality into the system. You think that you are doing first time, you are doing correctly and the best of your ability, and which you can explain to regulatory or any other bodies very clearly without any apprehensions or without any logically based techniques. If you are using, you can manage quality very easily.
Okay.
I strongly believe that study the regulatory guidelines, interpret it correctly, and design your process and systems. If you are in India, then to align the Indian cultural values, equally important.
Okay.
And ensure that the end result is received. If this is a process you follow, and I follow throughout my career, and I find that it was very successful to meet the regulatory requirements. In short, I can say that knowledge plus intentions to do correct, best ability things will help you to achieve to your targets of career as well as targets of the organization.
A very, very interesting definition of quality you give. Thank you for that. So, being a president of Wockhardt, so Wockhardt is, I think, one of the top most pharma companies across the globe.
Yeah.
So, being a president, how your life was like?
At the start of my career, I was having one question: what I want to be. I want to be a working lady, or I want to be a career-oriented lady.
Okay.
My husband pushed me to become a career-oriented lady.
Oh, okay. What's the difference?
See, working lady means, okay, you like to have 9 to 5 job, you like to have a good salary at the end of the day, and you want to really enjoy the family life. That is working lady, okay?
Okay.
Career-oriented lady means you prioritize your career. Of course, not at the cost of family, but prioritize your career. Don't complain that you don't have the time. You should be always available for your office. You should be always available for your family. Maybe you may not be available completely for yourself, but you have to be available for the company. You have to be available for your professional life.
Very interesting.
Then automatically you become career oriented.
Correct.
And for that you need a strong support from your family.
Right.
And your own intentions to become a career oriented.
Okay. Okay.
In my case, when it triggers to be a career oriented lady, I think each and everything was important for me. To become a global, in my opinion, one need to learn 3 things.
Okay.
To eat, to capable to make your body cycle available for round the clock 24 hours. So you should be able to sleep anytime in the day. You should be able to eat anytime in a day. And you should be able to respond to emails and the messages of your bosses any time of the day.
Oh my God.
If these 3 things you implement...
So you're able to conquer this.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you implement these 3 things in your life, automatically you are designed to be global. Okay. And this I learned from my associate capsules, Dr. Ajit Singh and Dr. Jajil Singh, who were the head of chairman of the same. That, you know, when I work at my starting level with them, they taught me these 3 things.
Okay.
Anytime to eat, anytime able, make your body flexible to sleep whenever you get the time, and respond your email or the messages or boss's expectation round the clock.
Okay.
If this 3 thing happens,
I think current generation may not agree with this because they call it work-life balance or something.
see, work-life balance is possible, okay, because your boss is not making you work for 24 hours.
Okay, right.
As and when need arise, you should be able to work.
Right.
Rest of the time is yours.
Correct. Agreed.
Of course, when you are responding the email in the morning at 9 o'clock, in the morning at 7 o'clock, at the night at 2 o'clock, definitely your boss is not expecting you to be present in the office for 9 to 5.
Agreed.
Right.
Yeah.
So depending on the need of the organization, depending on the need of your role, to make your life flexible and available is a way of becoming global.
Correct.
No, I don't think that if you are working for the full night, next day your boss is expecting you to be present in the office at 9 o'clock. They are aware of that what you've done in the previous night for the benefit of the organization. So they will definitely help us out to manage the work-life balance.
Certainly.
But definition of work-life balance, according to me, is make yourself available for office and for home as and when needed.
Okay.
That's work-life balance.
Interesting. Very interesting definition.
Yeah, because none of the family member can expect that you should spend 24 hours with them. But whatever value-adding time you are giving, that should be a quality time.
Correct.
You can spend 2 hours with the family, but make it fully for family. At that time, no office calls. Attend only them. But when you are in office, unless and until something urgent triggers,
Correct.
no family call.
Correct.
Then automatically it will help.
Right. Very true. Okay, coming back to your president role. So yeah, I really wanted to understand how your day was like. It was like 24/7. How was it?
See, actually, when as a global president, definitely the time zones of US, time zone of UK, etc. were difficult to manage. But general time lapse between US and India is 10.5 hours.
Yeah.
From UK, of course, 4.5 hour delays. So ideal time for working across the globe is in the afternoon 4 o'clock to evening 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Correct.
So I used to plan all my global meeting during that period,
Right.
so that they will be least disturbed.
Right.
They will be less disturbed, and work distribution will be done accordingly. And next day there will be a minimum 101 sessions for taking the status of the work or taking the work targets and all.
Correct.
And of course we are having a management review meeting every month, which will help us out to whether the team is working in the right directions or not and all. And I am a person who don't do micromanagement.
Okay.
I select the team so that, and they will be allowed to work freely,
Correct.
Delegation is the most important thing for success. Delegation with trust and training.
Right.
If you, and as I told in my speech also, be ready that your team is going to make mistake. Own that mistakes. So long they are not repeating the mistake, they are the right people to work with you.
Wonderful.
That's
Wonderful.
all.
Certainly.
When a person make a lot of mistakes, not allowed, because you cannot manage mistakes multiple times. You can manage the mistake one time.
Correct.
So
Or maybe a new mistakes every time.
generally people don't do that.
Yeah.
My experience is very rarely it happens that that mistake, they make multiple mistakes. At this level, when they reach to GM and senior GM and vice president levels, they don't do repeated mistakes.
Correct.
Or multiple mistakes and different. They are good on, when you are selecting a team, then you should be very clear what you are selecting to report directly to you, to make your life easy as well as to make their life
So
also
I wanted
easy.
to come to this point, selection of team. It's always a challenge for so many organizations. So what was your thought process behind selecting any team member?
See, I used to, this is also I learned from one of my very senior manager person, Dilip Shanghvi in Sun Pharma.
Yeah.
Okay. He used to be very clear about the time he is giving to each individual, the one who is reporting directly to him. Same thing was a strategy for me. Okay, how much time I can spend with each team member? 1 hour per week, or maybe 2 hours per week. And then I make it very clear to them, this is what I can spend time with you. And I should get the results.
All right.
If I am supposed to spend 4, 5, 6 hours or a day or two, exceptional case is different thing till you get settled down in your role.
Correct.
Then it means either I am doing your role,
Yeah.
or either I am not a right person to work with for you.
Correct. Interesting.
So in both the cases, when that benchmark is set, the people know what is expected from them. And I'm also very clear what is expected from me as a senior person. And then we move ahead very comfortably.
Right.
I said 30% of the time you should be spending with your team. 30% time you should spend with your own work and your own goals to achieve.
Okay.
10% you can say for your upgradation to the next role. And 10% you should get opportunity to talk to your boss. If 10% is for boss, 10% for your own targets for the next position, 30% is for yourself and 30% is for your team. That
I think
category
this is a very
will help us out.
interesting formula. So being an entrepreneur, and right now I'm setting up a team and scaling up, I face this challenge a lot. I feel that I'm not doing my own job, which needs to be done for my business. I'm doing a job for others. But I think I should implement this formula.
And sometimes what happens, the job which we are mastering, which we are master of, we love to do that.
Yeah.
The team who is doing that job, we have done in past.
Yeah, right.
And we are master of that, we know. So always we like to jump back to that role.
Yeah.
And
it
it feel
happens.
comfortable, that yes, I can do this better than you.
Yeah.
That's not great thing. You need to go for a role which you have never done in your life.
I agree. I think certainly this is a enlightening moment for me.
Yeah. And giving them the freedom by delegating and be ready to manage their failures. I am yet to come across a single person who is not successful, You need to learn about your team's aspiration. Somebody is interested in, I can say, getting challenged role. Somebody is interested in doing routine work more. Somebody is more interested in, communicating role, traveling roles, etc. So based on their aspiration, if you delegate your job profile and design the systems for them, team is bound to give you the result.
Right.
And I think in my all organization,
Did you face any time a big disappointment with your team or some kind of?
It happens because a team means multiple people, different mindset. Every day person come to work with some challenges. Somebody struggle to travel to from home to office. Somebody is having a family pressure. Somebody's daughter is not getting good marks in the exams, and person come with different mindsets. So obviously not every day is like Sachin Tendulkar is doing a century.
True that, yeah.
Like that, not every match Sachin is doing a century.
Correct.
But if overall performance, what you are planning for the day is happened, it means your day is successful. And one should not look every day is a successful day. Yes, every month should be a successful month.
Okay.
Then at the end of 12 months, you are automatically successful. Become a successful person.
Very interesting.
So sometimes be ready for the failures. Be ready for managing not so happy day. Expect is a part of a way of life. Then you are good with everything.
Very interesting. Perfect.
But every day if you are expecting that I should be perfect, that's what I put in my presentation also. Don't expect quality person to give you 0 for 83 results. It's not in his hand. He is dependent on so many people. But that type of expectation to be perfect every time on yourself is not appropriate.
Correct. So just to extend this conversation, as being a quality person, I think there must be a lot of conflicts on the floors, right, with the operations team, because you are going as a quality person, so you will be always bound to tell, okay, this needs to be done, this needs to be correct, this needs to be followed. So how you used to resolve these conflicts?
Yes, at the start of my career, I was having that type of conflicts because maybe always quality person used to feel that I am quality person. If you are avoiding that over a period of time with a growing maturity, I learned that being a quality person is nothing great. Each one of the organization, unless and until work for quality, you cannot get the results. And if you want to make everybody work for quality, first of all, put your leg into their shoes. See where it is pinching. Help them out to do their task with quality. It's not that somebody is planning that today I am not going to work for quality. Everybody want to do the best of their ability job. Okay. But there is something which is stopping them to do that. So you have to do lot of hand holding, little with empathy to take them along with you.
Interesting.
And slowly, when the team start working for you, for quality, it takes only 6 to 8 months for me to get settled in any organization. Then rest of the times, I never used to struggle to get the quality work from my team, never. But yes, in the beginning in any new organization, till you get settled down into that new premise, till people understand you, till you understand the people and their limitations, 6 to 8 months one has to be very careful while handling the quality issues.
Correct.
But after that, the situation was, as I told you, डर के आगे जीत है.
Yeah, I'm going to come on this डर के आगे जीते wala part. But before certainly going to that part, I wanted to really understand what is the current landscape of quality in the pharma industry right now? Because in Indian environment, I think we saw a couple of bad news coming from the regulatory side on some cough syrup part and all this stuff. So how's the current landscape in Indian pharma industry?
See, current landscape in Indian pharmaceuticals, I can say it is really much more better than what it was there even 5 years before.
Okay.
Because now India is getting a lot of support from international countries.
Correct.
From you can say foreign investment point of view to the pharmaceutical companies, the infrastructures development, the technology development, the AI technology, use of digitalization in pharmaceutical industries. All this is making life of pharmaceutical people as well as pharma industry really good.
Okay.
Much more better than what was there in past.
Correct. Agreed.
The critical business point of view, India need to move toward, difficult to make API or dosage form. To ensure that with less volume, they should be able to earn more revenue. Here we need really a focus if we want to become a global leader.
I agree.
For that, technical upgradation of our people is very much required. When I'm talking of technical upgradation, we need to have a lot of investment on innovations of new drug discovery, new drugs development. And of course, we like to have a army type of culture when it comes to implementation. Everybody walking in the same direction, everybody doing the job in the same way, so that you will have a harmonized way of working, and you will have comparatively less failures.
Interesting.
Also, considering the new generation coming up in pharma industry,
Right.
digitalization, automation, use of robots, all this should be very clearly implemented on the shop floor, which I think there is a lot of scope for Indian pharmaceutical industry to go ahead.
I agree. And I think we are doing fantastic
we
progress
are doing,
on that front.
We are doing, but there is yet a lot of things to be done, and we have to speed up that.
I agree.
Time, don't wait for you.
Yeah.
You need to meet the time.
Correct. Yeah, and I think the coming couple of years would be so important for us to get this automation or digitalization to be done.
Right? And in that case, we need a handholding for the small scale industry also.
Yeah.
Because for them, maybe government producer giving them the financial help, but technical help is required.
Yeah.
So for that, the big industry need to take handholding approach.
Agreed. But what do you think about the startups which are coming in this area? Are they making a dent?
Yes, startups coming out. See, government is doing a lot of things under the title of like Make in India, make it for the world.
Yeah.
But how many startups are getting through? That is also equally important. The ratio of startups getting through is 30 to 35% currently in pharma industry.
Okay.
But we need to give them more time, and as I told you, more technical handholding to get through successfully.
Right.
And big pharmaceutical company should have like adopting techniques for packaging industry, for starting key material developing, resource management and all. And then as a team, if they can do the handholding, technical aspect or transport aspect or logistic aspects, that will really help to grow as a big company.
Right. Wonderful. Perfect. So I think it's time to go back to your childhood. let me put more light. I would like to understand your journey. I think being a Mumbaiker and getting onto the world map. So really wanted to understand that journey. How you started? You really thought about this? You will being a someday president of Wockhardt or some big leader in pharma.
To tell you very frankly, I have never planned my journey to come in pharma.
It happens with most of the people, I feel.
Yeah, my dad was architecture, and my dream was to become an architecture.
Okay.
After 12th, I got the admission in VJTI, and because my dad expired at very early age, I was not having that financial background, so I used to stay with my granny. And my mama and granny were the people who were supporting me for my education and everything. After 12th, I stood first in the college, and I insisted. I went with my friends and get the admission in VJTI, and everything has happened. Till that, my granny was not having any idea what VJTI is. Okay, but when there is a time for paying the fees and all, she said, I would like to see the college, and she came with me in the college, and she said everywhere the boys were there was no girls, I was only the girl and all. Then she inquired with the staff and all. They said, how many admissions? They said 60 seats are there. How many are the girls? Then she said, that person said she is only the girl. Finish. My granny said, no, you're not going to go to. I said, VJTI is a dream world for everybody, and let me go, and a lot of things. But she said, no, you're not going to go. You are going to go to the college which is very near to our house. And ultimately, I'll end up in doing my BACs. But at that time, it was very frustrating for me to start with, because your young age dream is not fulfilled without, that frustration was there. But then I decided, okay, that is a way of life for me. Maybe something better must be happening with me, and that's why this has happened with me. But I said that no, I will achieve my targets.
Right.
Maybe not in सीधा कान पकड़ने को नहीं होता है, तो टेढ़ा पकड़ेंगे, but करेंगे जरूर.
Correct.
And then I complete my MSc, then I complete my PhD, and I jump into pharmaceuticals. But before jumping into pharmaceutical at a very small age, I understood that financial independence is the must for me to take decisions and to control of my life.
Right.
And then I started as a teacher in a tutorial class.
You also talked about that 7th standard you started earning. I wanted to know more about that story.
Yeah, sure. When I was in 7th standard, we were having a tutorial classes. His name of the tutorial classes was Unique Tutorial Classes.
Okay.
And he was running from 2nd standard to 10th standard.
Okay.
And because it was in a building premise, the neighbors were allowing him to continue the classes in that premise only from afternoon 1 to 4. There is no noise.
Okay. So that was a condition.
That was a condition, and unfortunately, all 1 to 4 time were devoted to the students of 3rd standard, 4th standard, and 5th standard.
Okay.
And it was very difficult for him to keep control on their kids, not making noise, not moving here and there in the society premise and all.
It's the toughest job to keep them quiet.
So he say, I was given a target that you take 45 minutes class. I will give you 5 rupees per class.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the time?
Huh?
What was the time?
No,
what was the year?
I was in 7th standard, means maybe early 70s.
My goodness, that time 5 rupees is a big amount.
Yeah, it was maybe late 70s, but 5 rupees is a big amount at that time. And I was asked that you have to do whatever you want to do, but none of the students should come out of the class, and none of the voice should come out of the class.
Okay.
And I remember I used to tell them stories, I used to make them sing and whatever it is. Sometimes I used to play that housey games with them and all to ensure that 45 minutes class should be kept cool. And Sunday was
class quality that time you used to maintain.
Yeah. Sunday, I can say my managerial skill of handling people was done at that time, and fortunately, with this success, I continue with the classes along with my job for many years.
Wow.
Many years. And then it was literally like early morning 5:30 onwards to go for the classes, 7 o'clock go for the job, in the evening come at 8 o'clock from your pharmaceutical role, and again take some classes of 10th standard till 10:30 and all.
Wow.
And even now also, if somebody is telling me teaching, I love teaching.
Wow. It's a noble profession.
Yeah. And you enjoy doing all these works, refreshing yourself. But definitely that panel thing of 7th standard earning make me 2 things. One has to be independent financially, so that you can control, you can have a control on your career.
Correct.
What you want to and what you don't want to be. And the second thing is you learn managerial skill. Each kid is different and you need to take care of them as a team.
True that.
And that helped me a lot too.
So I have a question here. So you said you did your BSc, MSc and then PhD. Then you never thought of, because that was a period where I think most of the PhDs were traveling to US or Europe for their further career. You never thought of going there?
To tell you very frankly, never.
Oh, I see.
Never. From 2001 onwards, my traveling abroad was a way of life. I traveled first in 2001 to US, and till now I am traveling. My job required almost 10 to 15 days traveling to different countries, and 15 days I was in India. But I get lot of offers to get settled down in US for job or UK, but somehow it never feel good, I want to come back to India after certain days. So never feel that for study I should go abroad. I feel that India teach you so many things much more better than international study. Because there not only you learn, simply now even I can compare myself with somebody who has studied in US or UK. I feel that no, I'm much more having a better practical experience. I can manage with small scale, I can manage with the multinational, I can do the hand-holding of the person who don't know the job to the work with the person who is the master of the job. But that versatility comes me because of my Indian culture, my Indian environment of working. So I feel that this good decision of not going to US for study was very right for me.
Amazing.
India teach you many things other than your study.
Amazing. So now after PhD, of course, you started doing various different job functions, and then you move to the leadership function. I think you said ki IPCO, and then later on
IPCA, then
IPCA,
yes,
sorry,
Sun Pharma.
and then Sun Pharma, and then further. So, what was that one attitude you were having to get into these positions and get into the leadership role?
See, as a lady in the industry, specifically in the pharma industry, always expected is to give 50% more than what is normal people give.
Okay.
Okay, so be ready for that.
Okay.
And the second thing is, whichever is the thing you feel getting afraid of, or you feel that whether I'll be able to do it or not, do it first.
Okay.
So whenever you are feeling that, is it my cup of tea? Can I be able to do? I'm getting afraid of doing certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do it first.
Mm-hmm.
You will fail. First come first, you will fail. Try it next time till you get success.
Right.
And once you know that I am successful in this role, leave it and think for the another fear which you have.
So I heard about your leadership mantra. I wanted to understand that.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. I think जो चीज़ से डर लगता है वो सबसे पहले करो. And believe me, my all team members, those who have worked me for even 1 month or 2 months, if you ask them, they will tell you the same thing. She is a person जिस चीज़ से डर लगता है वो पहले करो, free हो जाओ बाकी का life के लिए.
How you come up with this?
Because I did it in the way, I was always getting afraid of traveling at night, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, international role required traveling late night, early morning.
Yeah.
As a typical lady, I was expecting that my husband should come to pick me up from the airport or leave me at the airport and all. He said, sorry, I cannot do all these things.
And he is a police officer.
Yeah, he is a police officer, okay? So very clear. जिस चीज से आपको डर लगता है वो खुद करो. हर बार husband साथ में लेके जाना या हर बार expecting me to be free for you is not possible. You live your life independently. You should struggle. You should learn everything what a guy can do.
Very interesting.
It includes joining, traveling late night, early morning independently. It includes having drinks with the boys, or enjoy the free life of night, everything with a control. So you start doing everything, master it, and then you can be a global person. Don't expect every time me traveling with you, me doing something for you. No, it's not possible. And then I think that he's the right person in my life, that he's giving me so much freedom that it's up to me how to design a canvas for my life.
Right.
And then I start doing it.
Amazing. I think this is a really amazing leadership mantra. I think one should have. Like nowadays, I think we can say "डर के आगे जीत है."
Yeah, जो चीज़ से डर लगता है, specifically for upcoming leaders and ladies.
Yeah.
Ladies are having many ways to get afraid of something. Some people have, if I talk something, what the other people will think. Let them think what they want to think. You speak. One time you can be wrong, second time you can be wrong, right? But definitely third time you will learn from your mistakes.
I agree. Yeah, certainly.
So,
wonderful. I think Dr. Pradnya, it was really wonderful talking to you on all this front and taking your insights. So I have a quick rapid questions for you now. Okay. This will be quick. Maybe we'll say. Okay. So in all these leadership roles, which books inspires you?
My all bosses, no books, okay? Because book is giving you something which you can understand. The way leadership, your 7 habits, by Stephen is there.
Yeah.
But reading a book is one thing. Because all birthday I used to get a gift, book in the gift,
Yeah.
I used to read it. But then very couple of things I pick up from that book and implement it truly. जैसे मैंने आपको बोला, where you are getting afraid of, do it first. That comes never in the book.
Yeah.
It comes from your experience.
This experience, yeah.
Listen the people empathetically. Do the hand holding first to start with. Before putting up your views, understand others' views. Accept them the way they are. All these things are the leadership learnings you do during your practical life.
Interesting.
Reading books, yes, of course, when you are getting the books, you are reading it. But how much you will be able to implement It purely depend on your premise,
Yeah.
purely dependent on your team members with whom you are working.
Right.
Not
So
everything.
let me rephrase it then. Who are the inspirational figures you had in the pharma industry which has shaped your career?
One is a Premchand Godha from IPCA Laboratories, the
Okay.
director of IPCA Laboratories. Second boss is Dilip Shanghvi,
Sun Pharma.
Sun Pharma.
Okay.
These are the two people I worked very closely with them, very, very closely with them.
So which quality you like most?
Okay, Premchand Godha for risk management.
Okay, interesting.
And
Can you elaborate this?
Yeah, sure. You know, he used to say, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या हो जाएगा? Fail होगी ना? Go ahead. I used to say, sir, ये audit है, नहीं हो जाएगा. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या होगा? Fail होगी ना? चलेगा. Go ahead. You know, that confidence he gave me, and same thing I learned, give the opportunity your team. They will not fail. Trust them. Trust them beyond their capability, and they will give you the result. That I learned from him.
Amazing.
And business leadership, Dilip Shanghvi taught us like amazing, amazing. He is a down-to-earth person. How to, you can say, digest success, how to handle the failures, how to work as a team, hand-holding approach. Be ready to work as a junior most person of the department if it affecting your results. All these things I learned from him. Amazing leader he is.
Wow.
And as of now also, after working with him for so closely, even if in terms of my problems when I come, what Dilip Shanghvi will do if he is there at this present, immediately my mind trigger. Oh, I need to do this. So he is my coach till now.
Wow, nice. Very interesting.
I am very lucky and privileged to have these two bosses in my career.
Wow. Wonderful. I wanted to have 3 mantras for the upcoming leaders, like the people, pharma professionals who wanted to get into the leadership, or 3 mantras from you.
3 mantras. I am having only 1 mantra, as I told you.
that seems to be enough for everyone.
जिस चीज से डर लगता है वो पहले करो. First. Second thing, जैसे मैंने आपको बोला, to be a global leader, make yourself available for the people. You should be ready to eat anytime. You should be ready to sleep anytime.
This is very important.
You should be able to respond
I'm going to show this video to my
anytime.
to my wife.
Then you are automatically global.
Yeah.
आपको और कुछ नहीं करना है. बस these 2 mantras I have implemented in my life, and as of now, I'm successful. And when my daughter is upcoming, she has just joined Siemens Germany.
Okay.
And she is telling me, आप कितना freely बोल लेते हो, like I told with maturity it will come in you itself. But these 2 things I learned very late. You learn from the beginning.
Yeah.
You will be. I took 10 years more to become a leader. You will become leader within 5 years. But these 2 things are very important in life.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot, Dr. Pradnya, for talking to us and sharing your insights. I really enjoyed it, and I'm sure our audience will also enjoy this. Thanks once again.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to showcase my life journey, and I am sure if some person can learn something from my experiences, it will be a great achievement for myself.
I'm sure about it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.